We are recording PHA coming out. In this community after 10 years. 10 years. I had already left to go to the hospital. Let's speed this up. Maybe this is the end of the car. Yeah. That's the other car. Because it was two of them. I see PHA on the car. Oh, boy. And it's a shame because they have no idea of what they're looking at. They have no idea what's been going on around here ever since Leonard Petrolicchio concealed that assault. No clue. I remember many times I said, why don't you send somebody out to sit in the lot? They did no such thing. But now all of a sudden you're coming out to my home for what? To correct what? When you knew all about it. And it's not even about my home, it's about PHA. You need to resolve issues with that unit. Yeah, so that's the person I seen on the tape yesterday. And she gets out. So they're both getting out. Oh. Now, if you're going to inspect, take care of PHA. Like you failed to take care of PHA when I was telling you for years they weren't maintaining that unit. Now it appears that they're looking at everybody's downspout. I just find it really strange that when all them doggone weeds was overgrown, not once did you come out to check that out. I just find it really sad. You knew what was going on because I was reporting it to you. And then, another thing, why would you come out to my house and not inform me that you're coming out? are you looking at my house? I have no clue. But if you've seen the videotapes, then you would know none of that crap, none of that foolishness was made up. You don't manufacture rain. And every time I reported it, what did PHA say? Oh, because of your numerous complaints, we couldn't substantiate none of them. Therefore, Khalil Smith is now an authorized occupant. Okay, all right. You couldn't substantiate nothing? Okay. Well, we knew that was a lie. Because if you had came out any time in 10 years, I would have been able to record your visit. So that didn't happen. So how in the world you gonna put out something that say you couldn't substantiate nothing when you never even came out on location? So for 10 years, and then where's the vengeance at? Vengeance, or is it the PHA who's taking out vengeance against me? Because I have been writing for 10 years and complaining about foolishness that as a homeowner shouldn't even be going through. And then you got bums. I mean lowlifes. Sitting up there coming and going, doing everything under the sun. Because PHA couldn't substantiate anything I said. As close as I live to these people, why would I need to make anything up? And then when I sent the tapes, oh, you don't have evidence? Really? Okay. You don't have evidence because you don't want no evidence. That's why this community is so damn hostile. Because you got nuisances in this community that don't do a damn thing for this community but raise hell and stir confusion and do drugs and call the police on people and then go ahead and try to get other people involved to justify what they're doing. Sickening. You don't clean your property, put their behinds in a project where they belong. Now you got one person living in a scattered site in an inappropriate sized unit. One old lady in a 3-bedroom house who don't maintain the property. And then you're going to turn around and tell me, well, you want me to be in an appropriate sized unit, but yet this old lady who's not even maintaining the property for over 10 years, you got her living up in this property, creating a nuisance in this community. For no good reason. What they're looking at, I think they need to be more concerned with PHA than my property. Now they're taking pictures, I believe. But you couldn't substantiate that. Took you 10 years. So the lease says that PHA is not supposed to interfere with nobody's peaceful enjoyment. Well, it's been 10 years. You think I'm happy about that? Spending $9 grand. All the tapes that I have, the tapes that I recorded, the tapes that I sent to Calvin Jeremiah, showing him the drug use. And he wouldn't even answer. He would not even answer me. I have no idea why they're even coming to my house. No idea whatsoever. You don't write me. You don't send me no notice and tell me you coming. I'm in the hospital getting dialysis. So I assume I don't know. And at this point, 10 years of suffering because you got nuisances who not once couldn't even report the problem because all they was worried about was themselves. Yet I'm taking vengeance. How can I be taking vengeance? By constantly telling you there are serious concerns year after year after year. What vengeance is that? Why should any homeowner and taxpayer have to go through anything like this? On top of needing the organ transplant. On top of living next door to a drug addict. On top of PHA failing to substantiate every single thing I said. On top of PHA saying we need evidence. You think somebody's stupid? What evidence do you need that I haven't already provided you? What evidence do you need that you couldn't abort your behind over here, parked in that doggone parking lot, and surveyed that unit for 10 years? You don't want no evidence. All you want is to stir up confusion and hostility in this block. Because these people, these nuisances, think that they are entitled to remain in that unit and don't do a doggone thing for this community. But create filth, laziness, do drugs. Every time I come out there and smell it, I feel like I'm getting ready to vomit. Oh, but you couldn't substantiate that, right? Yeah. So that justifies this this occupancy. Don't ever lose your kidneys. Don't ever lose your kidneys. This community is poison. And then you turn around and bring somebody out here to clean up a front. And you got this drug addict laying up there with this pregnant, sorry behind excuse of a female who's too good to even lift up a tool to maintain that unit. When you don't maintain the unit, you don't give two craps about that unit or the community you in. Especially when you take the dog up and down the street, up and down the street, and go on people's property and let the dog go. How nasty is that? And you got these, I do not want to start cursing, but you got nuisance behavior, nuisance conduct in this community. And you know what? When you got nuisances in a community, what would you expect? She been living here so long that she thought she was at ease until I came here. And she had issues because I'm the one who stood in her way of being able to just live like a lowlife that she is and not have to do anything. And when I reported it to PHA, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, never any response. And then you allowed the woman to call the police. And I have vengeance in me, really? For what? That I can't get transplanted? That my blood pressure is sky high and is out of control? Because I'm living in a hostile community caused by PHA representatives or agents who are not doing their job and not taking what I say seriously, allowing these people to do anything they want and get away with it. You already know it's going to be something next. Because anytime you just allow a dog to just disappear and not even send me no letter, oh, Miss Lee, this is what's going to happen. If you ever see an animal again, this is what we need you to do. Nothing. Didn't even say nothing about this unauthorized girl in the house. Stirring up stuff. And that is not acceptable. And that's it. And